Mathew Frazer Horne is an English actor, stand-up comedian, television presenter and narrator best known for appearing on several BBC sketch shows and sitcoms, most notably Gavin and Stacey portraying Gavin Shipman, The Catherine Tate Show, 20 Things to Do Before You're 30, Teachers and Horne and Corden. Horne has most recently appeared in the BBC Three comedy Bad Education. Early life: Horne was born in Nottingham to Brian Horne and Glenys Reynolds and grew up in Burton Joyce. Horne has an elder brother, Daniel, and attended Burton Joyce Primary School. He studied A-level performing arts at Southwell Minster School, and a degree in drama at the University of Manchester. Here, Horne met Bruce McKinnon in the first few weeks of term. They realised that they shared a similar sense of humour, but did not write material together until the third year of their studies. Career: Horne began his career as a stand-up comedian and later became one half of the comedy duo Matt and McKinnon, first performing at the Edinburgh Festival in 2000. He was spotted at the festival by Catherine Tate, who invited him to perform in The Catherine Tate Show. In 2003, he starred in Channel 4's 20 Things to Do Before You're 30 and a year later earned the role of Ben, an atheist RE teacher, in the Channel 4 series Teachers. He also appeared in the first series of ITV production Doc Martin. In 2005, Horne appeared in an episode of The Smoking Room, playing Dominic, the nephew of Janet who was conducting a psychological study of the employees. In 2007 he starred in the BBC sitcom Roman's Empire and in November that year appeared in comedy sketches in The Killy Show on ITV1 alongside Kylie Minogue, playing her assistant. Horne was also a guest star in the second series of Robin Hood. From 2007 to 2010 he starred in the double BAFTA-winning series Gavin and Stacey as main character Gavin Shipman, a kind-hearted man who falls in love after meeting his partner on the phone at work. The series, which received widespread critical acclaim, ran for 3 series including one Christmas special. In 2008, Horne appeared in a modern adaptation of The Three Billy Goats Gruff as part of the BBC's Fairy Tales season. He also narrated the ITV2 series The Passions of Girls Aloud. Horne starred in the film Lesbian Vampire Killers alongside James Corden and made his stage debut in a 2009 revival of Entertaining Mr. Sloane at the Trafalgar Studios. On April 3, 2009 it was reported that Horne collapsed on stage during a West End performance of the play. He remained on stage until medical assistance arrived, at which point he was taken to hospital. A statement released soon after said that he was exhausted after working flat out for 3 months and it was later revealed that he was suffering from a virus. Horne also guest starred in the video for the Maccabees 2009 free download single No Kind Words. On February 18, 2009, he presented the 2009 Brit Awards alongside James Corden and Kylie Minogue. In 2010, he appeared in an episode of Miss Marple, named The Secret of Chimneys, as Bill Eversley. Horne appeared alongside fellow Gavin and Stacey star Ruth Jones. He played the Culture Club drummer, John Moss, in the 2010 BBC docudrama about the teenage years of Boy George, Worried About the Boy. Horne starred in the 2011 British live-action 3D family comedy film Horrid Henry the Movie, as the titular character's father. Since 2012, Horne has starred in the comedy series Bad Education on BBC Three. He plays Fraser, the school's incompetent headmaster. Horne received generally positive feedbacks for his role in the series, with many writing that he looks comfortable playing the character. He also starred in the TV series Sinbad, playing Philippe. In 2013, Horne appeared in Series 2, Episode 7 of Death in Paradise. Horne is to appear as Roy in the upcoming Sky One television film adaptation of the M.C. Beaton novel Agatha Raisin and the Quiche of Death. Work with James Corden. Since working on the BBC sitcom Gavin and Stacey, he has collaborated a number of times with its co-creator James Corden. Horne and Corden presented the Big Brother spin-off show Big Brother's Big Mouth as guests in 2007 and were then regulars for the run covering E4's Big Brother, Celebrity Hijack. Together they presented the NME Shockwaves Awards in 2008 and a section of Comic Relief in March 2009. In 2008, Horne and Corden toured the UK with a stand-up show in preparation for their BBC sketch show Horne and Corden. The first episode was broadcast on March 10, 2009, shown on BBC Three. It was presented in front of a live audience, in a style reminiscent of Morecambe and Wise or The Two Ronnies. A variety of pre-filmed sketches and live performances were included. 2009 also saw the release of Lesbian Vampire Killers, a comedy horror film written by Stuart Williams and Paul Hopfield and produced by Steve Clark Hall and directed by Phil Claydon. Reviews of the film were largely negative. It holds a 29% approval rating on review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes with an average score of 4/10. James Christopher of The Times described Lesbian Vampire Killers as profoundly awful, stating it is an instantly forgettable lads' mag farce, and claimed the film was an appalling waste of a perfectly decent title. Alan Hunter of the Daily Express called it badly written and hastily executed, and takes all the easy options of bad taste, bosoms and body fluids. Anthony Quinn, writing in The Independent, gave the film 1 star out of 5, describing it as woeful and stating that Horne and Corden had overstretched their appeal, and looked in danger of becoming today's Hale and Pace. Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian described the film as mostly pretty awful, but there are 1 or 2 crass laughs. The Sun, however, gave it a positive review. Sun reviewer The Sneak gave Lesbian Vampire Killers a rating of 3 out of 5, saying other reviewers will undoubtedly say that LVK is another British comic flop, but The Sneak won't be driving that stake into its heart. Similarly, Nicholas Yans of SciFiPulse.net found Lesbian Vampire Killers to be a great B film worth becoming a cult classic. Whilst on the comedy panel show The King is Dead in September 2010, star James Corden commented that watching the film would be too harsh a punishment for prisoners being held at Guantanamo Bay and that it was a pile of shit. Horne appeared alongside Corden in the CGI film Planet 51, with a minor part voicing a soldier, Visklin. Recognition and awards: Horne was nominated for Best Male Comedy Newcomer at the 2007 British Comedy Awards. References. External links: Mathew Horne at the Internet Movie Database, voiceover artist, 2005 interview in The Guardian,